Hello, good evening or good morning, everyone, and welcome to this session of JavaCard Forum 2025 webinar. I'm Jean-Daniel Roussel of the JavaCard Forum, and today it's my pleasure to host Gil Bernabeu of GlobalPlatform. Gil Bernabeu is the CTO of GlobalPlatform, and as such, is responsible for defining and implementing the technical roadmap of GlobalPlatform. So Gil will go into detail on what exactly is this roadmap, at least in terms of secure element and what is related to JavaCard, of course. And he is also a counsel and provide guidance to GlobalPlatform boards. And is also in charge of defining what will happen in global platform specifications and certification programs and new markets and geographies. And Gil will also present us the new technical development in new fields beyond payment, connectivity, and identity. Also, part of the presentation will be about training, not only training on the JavaCard development. There will be some slides on Gil from the software development kit to develop a JavaCard application, which is probably very useful to those of you who don't have access to the technology. That will be the way to develop and have I would say simulators and everything. So Gil will present these tools and training that is, or the different training that are given to develop secure elements. And he will also, I guess, present other training in the field of digital identity, for example, or automotive. There will not, we will not open the microphone during the presentation to keep the flow going. So what will happen is that we will open the microphone at the end of the presentation. You will be able to ask directly your questions to Gil. And also there is a chat window. If you have a question and you prefer to ask them in the chat, just anytime ask the question in the chat and we'll go through the list at the end of the presentation. So without any delay, Gil, the floor is yours.
Thank you for this introduction, Jean-Daniel, and welcome to all participants to my presentation. Very happy to be here and to share a few information from GlobalPlatform. So, in fact, everything will be related to secure element. As you know, the growth in terms of market of secure element is still very strong. And we are able now to reach a new market and new interested parties. So that's why we are investing a lot currently in terms of training, in terms of promotion in new areas. So typically some new market such as the automotive. You know that the typical use cases that GlobalPlatform is targeting, even though we start by the mobile payment in '99, and we have been a strong collaboration with ETSI and GSMA for the telco. We are also working a lot on new areas, and typically the IoT security, where the secure element is able to provide security service for the device. So device attestation, device credential, key storage, all these new services that are very, very important for the IoT in front of the regulation that are popping up in many countries currently. So secure element was removable, or that typically a card, a SIM, or in a format of SSD. Today, there is a big trend to go to embedded secure elements, so really to provide security to the device thanks to a secure element which is embedded or soldered. And the evolution of the technology allows now to do integrated secure element that will be potentially tomorrow a new massive market for providing services thanks to the global platform technology, secure element global platform technology. And we are now able to discuss with new people, and that would like to explain a little how the technology is evolving and how the technology is structured. So let me start by this first slide about global platform card specification. The global platform card specification, in fact, is composed in different documents. One main document, which is what we call the card specification, that provide all the basic features on the card content management, how to update, manage, and create a new application, new actors inside the card. But there is also many other documents that we call amendments that focus on a specific topic. So typically, if you look at the bottom on this, here you see that the contactless services, it's the amendment C, and here you will have additional features that are again working on top of a product supporting the card specification. So this is how the technology is evolving. We have currently one main document and 12 amendments, and we are continuing to add the specific features. All the specifications are available on the Global Platform website. You can go and freely download the specification. From this specification, we are able to create configuration. Again, specification intent to cover multiple markets, but in a specific market, you may have some specific implementation or a specific format. Typically, the protocol that are available on the secure element inside the wearable, inside a smart card, or inside a mobile phone will be different. So potentially, we need to clarify some behavior and specific extensions. And this is what we are doing in the configuration. So configuration are also available. You can get it from the Global Platform website. And what is very important, configuration is a way to get a stamp from Global Platform. Global Platform is able to operate 65 accredited certification body. And if you want to get a stamp from the product, functional certification, then you must support a specific configuration. So now you understood that we have the specs that are generic, we have configuration that are implementation guidelines, and those implementation guidelines allows you to get a stamp from Global Platform. So going forward, next. I would like quickly to introduce two technologies that we are finalizing for the EUDI wallet, which is typically one of the strong domain where Global Platform is investing. So two technology, one on SAM, which is called SAM, which is allowing management of a security domain inside a card that will be completely independent from other areas, and that are managed through a PKI that allow the different actors, so the secure element provider, the service provider, and the one which is embedding the secure element through a PKI. So this document is already available, and some configuration. The second document is the CSP, the crypto service provider, that enables the possibility to develop application without doing a composite certification. So you may know that when you are in the Van Plus environment, you need to certify the application with the platform, which is okay if you have one platform, but it's quite difficult when you have multiple platforms. So the CSP standardize the key management, standardize the way that the application are using the keys inside the platform, and standardize also the connection from the backend to the CSP. So all this is standardized and allowing to develop applet with the capacity to be certified once and deploy in many platforms. So I don't have the time to go too much in detail, but note these two acronyms, SAM and CSP, that are part currently on the implementing act of the EUDI, and that are two very important technologies for the future. So a quick view on the roadmap. So we have currently the card spec 2.3.1, and we will soon release card spec 2.4. So we have integrated many updates, many fixes, many clarification. There is nothing very new on this, I would say, version of the specification in terms of features, but this is really a clean basis for the future. And based on this, we will continue to develop the technology. So typically, Cryptographic Service Provider, the technology that I was just introducing very quickly before, you will have all the documents, so the specification, the protection profile, and the guidance for the applet developer that will be soon released. We have also some amendments, two new amendments, the Amendment O and Amendment P, that will add PQC features. We will update, of course, some amendments that are very important and related to mainly the crypto services and the secure channel protocol 3, 4, 11. And we plan to have a new version of the API because, of course, all this may add some additional parameters that needs to be present on the API. So this is our roadmap that we will work on the next years. And of course, there will be certainly going forward a new version 2.5, but we don't have currently any dates for that. My point today was just to explain how we are working. We have this core technology, additional amendments, and then we integrate or not some ideas inside the core technology, and we continue going forward. So again, please note that the 2.4 will be available soon, either by the end of the year, either beginning next year, and that will be the basis for the technology going forward. And based, I have highlighted here, if you're interested by PQC, the different document that you must read, typically the future Secure Channel 12 that will be released next year, and additional services based on PQC that will be developed on the Amendment P going forward. And of course, the 2.5 will integrate all these amendments and potential evolution. So now looking on the configuration, so I talk and introduce very quickly the SAM configuration. There will be a CSP EID configuration that will be certainly the one that will be used for the EUDI. And we plan to have a different configuration to be released based on the common implementation configuration 2.2, which is very the core of implementation. And we will again plan to have EUICC configuration to help the different actors on the EUICC or the eSIM world to be sure that you have exactly the right services expecting by the market. Well, just to highlight also that configuration, as just said, are a set of features that are mandatory. So that really help the market to have a baseline in a specific market or a specific format for the security services of GlobalPlatform. So voilà, that's a very quick presentation of the way that GlobalPlatform is making the technology to evolve, the way that we are helping markets to have some strong security functionality and to be able to do the functional certification. So when you know that, now we switch to the secure element training because again, going to automotive, going to EID, and typically the EUDI, we are talking to new audience, and it's very important to be able to help this new audience to understand the secure element technology. So we have a complete GlobalPlatform Secure Element curriculum based on core technology to allow people to really understand the foundation of the technology, to have specialized topics that are related to market-specific implementation. And we have some more advanced that are related to the implementation of the technology and to help people in terms of really the plan to implement a project. So let's start by the core. So today, Secure Element Core, which really helps people to understand the main architecture, understand the main concept. I talk about the secure channel, typically talk about the different rights, the different possibility to share the administrative roles within the platform. And this is good for developers, this is good for engineer and integrator, or if you want to lead in your company a project with GlobalPlatform Secure Element. So this is the first brick of our core training technology. The second brick will be the developer training, and I will come back to that because this is a very important topic for the Java card environment. So we try to cover both the technology related to the secure element, the Java card technology, and how to deploy and be autonomous in terms of development. After we go to the specialization, so we have mobile contactless, we have payment training, we have mobile identity training to really try to, from the basis, to give more insight about how, what kind of technology, what kind of links between the secure element and the rest, typically the link between the secure element and NFC, or the link between the banking application and the secure element. So all which is related to the binding of the generic technology to a specific market. And we have also one training for IoT, where again the SC is potentially less open in terms of IO, but people needs to be able to develop authentication services, secure services for the device. So we try to help them in terms of secure services, as an example, how to develop a secure boot. In terms of advance, we have one training which is very successful currently. It's the EUDI training to bring in a few days people that with no knowledge of secure element to the knowledge of the two technologies that I have introduced, SAM and CSP, and really dive very quickly about the IDAS2, the EUDI wallet requirements, so people understand how this will be able to solve in the project. So this is very, very important for government provider, for wallet implementer, and again, we have done 3 training that was full, and we have another one that will be soon to be announced. And the novelty in this, I would say, portfolio, it's CSP. CSP generate a lot of modification for the applet developer, but also for the service provider. So we expect to help people to understand and to implement CSP to get the best of this technology and to be able to, again, help a government provider, wallet implementer to understand what they need to do with the CSP that, again, strongly simplify the secure certification of Secure Element. So voila, this is the full view of our Secure Element training based on core technology and specialized and advanced. And I think it was important to give you this overview before going to the last part of my training, of my presentation, sorry, about the Secure Element developer. So again, we have in face of you, first, a new audience that doesn't know too much about Java card. Potentially they know Java, but they don't know Java card. They are a developer of wallet, but they don't know the specificities of the Secure Element and the smart card technology. So we have built this 3 days training to help people to, again, go from the fundamental part and to the, I would say, more advanced topic. So on the fundamental part, you have the SE architecture, how the global platform SE is created. You have, of course, all concept of Java card runtime environment and the API. And you have the smart card basis, because some people may not know the I/O that we are using in the smart card technology. And based on that, we provide hints about cryptography, about secure coding, because if you are developing an applet in the Secure Element, certainly you need to go to security certification, and it's important at the beginning that your applet development take into account this certification requirement. So again, we try to bring people from no knowledge of Secure Element. Of course, they must have a knowledge of development. We are not a training developer, but a normal developer will be able to understand and to touch of the topics related to the Java card, Secure Element, and Global Platform. So again, the objective is really to understand the Java card technology. There are some differences between Java and Java card. They need to understand also the global platform specification, all the concepts that we have, the security domain, the secure channel, the content management, the rules, the right, everything. We want to bring people in terms of autonomy towards the SDK to be able to do install, manage, and be able to develop from A to Z an applet, and to be able to develop this applet, use a cryptographic API, create a good code, and be ready to prepare their certification and evaluation. So this is open to developers that have a computer. So we expect the people to arrive in the training with all the tools installed, at least downloaded, so we don't have any problem. They need to bring their computer, because again, we try to give the autonomy on their environment. This is very important, and this is the objective of the development. So very quickly, the Java card development kit allows to have a first level of application development pass from the editing of the code to the loading of the inside the Secure Element. So we are using the Oracle development kit, which is available, which is the basis of most of the product available into the market. And we help people to install, to understand. You know, debugging on the embedded world is not simple. So part of the training is really to bring hints and tips to be able to really move from the code, Java code, to something which is executable inside the Secure Element. And one of the components which is quite important is the simulator, because the new version of the Java card development kit include a simulator that support global platform I would say, basis. So you have SCP03, you're able to open a secure channel, you are able to load and use the functions from Global Platform, and that allows you to really prepare your deployment into a real Java card with Global Platform information. So what I said at the beginning, and this has been created in collaboration with Oracle. So here you have the tools that needs to be installed, and we are very working to ensure that the content of these 3 days really gives the developer autonomy in terms of developing an applet, loading the applet, debugging the applet, and really taking into account everything related to the security certification. I have a good news to offer today to the Java Card forum people. The next training of the Java Card developer will be organized in Paris, January 28-30. We have a yearly bird pricing, so please register before the 20th of November to be able to have a yearly bird. And we have a specific coupon code, which is Java Card Forum, that you can use to get a discount on this price. And because I think it's very important to contribute to the economy of the ecosystem of the Java Card Forum, and we are very happy to be able to share this specific coupon code with you today. And again, seats are limited, so if you want to attend, or if you have some developer that would like to switch and to run more efficiently on the development of applet, this is typically a good training end of January. Voila, that was my last slide that I have planned to present today. So you have a very helicopter view of the roadmap and the way that we are developing the technology. You know how the training is working. We are creating a lot of tailor-made training for our members. So don't hesitate to contact me or to contact the Secretariat of Global Platform if you plan to have an on-site developer or for Java Card and or for Global Platform.
Thank you, Gilles, for the update, and thank you for the offer for the Java Card Forum followers or members. If you forget the discount code, just go to the webinar recording and you will have the slides, and you will have also the discount code on the slide. There's a first question on the chat, which is concerning the CSP. So you avoid composite certification with the CSP, but then there's new responsibilities on the applet. So what are those responsibilities? How does it work?
This is a very good question, and that it's a proof that you understood that the applet developer will have new responsibilities. So the new responsibilities of the developer is to not have any information stored inside the applet related to the crypto functions. Typically, if I'm taking the pin, you know that the pin retry counter is something very important to ensure the security of the pin. So typically, the pin return counter, sometimes you feel that the key is very important, but the pin retry counter is not important. No, it's not true. You need to see the pin as a concept. And thanks to CSP, everything regarding to the pin will be stored inside the platform and will be certified at a high level of security. So when you develop, you must use all the security function of CSP and not try to keep some information inside your applet, because this applet will start to store information, and you will not be able to have this disconnection between the applet and the platform. So yes, there is new responsibility, mainly not storing any information regarding the crypto inside the applet code. So it's, I will say, easy, but this is certainly something that it's new for applet developers. So this is why there will be a training to really focus on that, because it's a new way to develop applets.
And just to dig more on this, I think it's not just common sense. You have guidance documents for that, no?
Yes, yes. So there is a guidance document that explains more in detail what I was just presenting. And this guidance document will be the core document for the applet developer to follow if he wants to be able to have this capacity of the CSP to be portable in multiple platforms. Definitely, yes.
Yeah. And as I understand, the certification bodies that will certify your applet using the CSP, they have also some kind of guidance, no?
And yes, so I'm expecting soon the EUCC, so EU Common Criteria Maintenance Group, to publish a specific document for CBs and laboratory about what needs to be done in the primary certification to be able to, I would say, enforce this capacity of CSP to allow to deploy an application without composite certification. This one document, the applet developer will be developed by GlobalPlatform, and one document for laboratory and CB will be developed by the EUCC maintenance group.
Thank you. And after the CSP, then we'll one on the SAM. How will SAM configurations influence third-party developers deploying on eSIM without MNO involvement?
So definitely, in one hand, a lot of things are changing. In another hand, nothing is changed. Because for the third-party developer, you will develop your applet as usual. You will use exactly the same features. The only thing that will impact you will be the fact that the administration of your applet will be done through a specific channel, SCP-11, for the administration, not for the changing and personalization. So you only have little constraints when you want to upgrade the role and the responsibility of the applet to use SCP-11. The impact for SAM is more on the backend developer. Typically, some people are using TSM or SPTSM or things like that. Most of the TSM today are based on symmetric keys, and SAM requires to use this PKI infrastructure that will be created. So I think the impact will be more for the backend systems than for the developer of the applet.
Okay. The next one will be about now the digital identity wallet. I think you organized already a few sessions on this, and there's a question: when is the next training?
So today we are planning to have a training in September, October. I don't have the final date, but if we have a lot of I will say demand, we can organize something before the summer. So I don't know, if you have a strong demand, don't hesitate to contact me or to contact the Secretariat, and go on the page or follow LinkedIn post to know exactly. We are trying to synchronize this training with other events related to ID. So it's not yet fully set.
Okay, the next one is interesting. Is for those of you who already have used simulators, you're not sure that when it works in the simulator, it works in real life. So that's the question, how close it is and what do we expect in terms of surprises when we go from the simulator to real hardware?
So if you ask the question, you know the answer. Definitely, the simulator allows more simple debugging on some features. And I assume that if you have something complex to develop, there is a value to verify that everything is working on the simulator, potentially only on the specific part that you want to I would say, test and verify, because the debugging function on the final product are more difficult to create. So simulator offer more debugging, but as you just say, potentially the simulator will not support all the APIs. So I don't think it's so today the simulator support SCP-03, so you don't have too much limitation regarding SCP-03. But yes, if you want to have SCP-11 or when we will publish SCP-12, potentially the simulator will not support this secure channel, so there will be some limitation. But I think it's good to use a simulator to, when you have code that are not too much related to I/O or to specific API, to check and to use the debugging function of the simulator.
I think also when reading the question, there's something which is when you go to real secure element and smart cards, the thing is for security reason, then there's no way to debug. So you can in front of a black box and you have to use whatever investigation or debugging you can do just talking with your applet.
Yes. So do the maximum in the simulator and then verify that everything is still working on the real hardware.
But my question would be, you mentioned certification doing by GlobalPlatform and some of their laboratories doing the certification. Is this simulator maybe not certified, but does go through the GlobalPlatform?
So yes, so in fact, as part of the simulator testing of Oracle, they have used our test suite to verify that the features that are offered by the simulator are consistent with the current global platform compliance program. Yes.
Okay. So normally there should be no interoperability in theory going when you go to the real hardware.
Voila.
That's the plan. But then for the debugging, you would be on your own.
Yes.
Do we have any questions? We can open the microphone if you prefer to. Well, I think they're open. If you want just to ask question, unmute your microphone and please don't hesitate. Or if you prefer, raise your hand also. No question. I would have one on you mentioned new markets. What are those new markets that need those tools because they are not or training because they are not familiar with the secure element? What's the new trend in secure element, the new markets?
So definitely, we talk a lot about UDI, yeah? So the Digital Identity Program in Europe, which is one, I would say, very important deployment of the secure element in order to talk to new audience. So, and the second one will be automotive. Automotive is moving from unconnected mechanical car to connected electrical car. There will be more software inside the car, therefore more security, cyber security requirements to ensure that all these software are running very well. And therefore here also there is a need to provide a high level of security in different means. One of the means to provide this security will be to use a secure element in the car. So here it's a new area where people are not completely, I would say, mastering the secure element, and where we have a lot of discussion and a lot of interests to learn more about developing applets and developing services on secure element.
Oh, there's a new one on CSP. So how does the CSP API enforce its own security boundaries?
So because we expect CSP to protect the applet, I will say, if of course the applet developer is doing his job, CSP needs to be certified on the highest level of security that you want to achieve. So typically for most of the secure element, we have a protection profile, which is targeting AVA 5. So the CSP API should be tested. So this is why on the document that the EUCC will publish, there is a strong demand that the CSP API should be functionally verified. And we are currently thinking about testing this part to ensure that all the features of the CSP API are very well functionally tested. So this is the first part. And of course, there is the protection profile that will be available on CSP to ensure that the security is available. So these two are, of course, part of the, I would say, the deal between the applet and the platform, that the CSP API completely support the high level of security.
Okay, and not just about this API, but it's probably also concerned. What about the PQC? Where is it going in global platform? Will the CSP or secure channel protocol or whatever support new PQC algorithm?
Yes. So in terms of secure channel, as I introduced very quickly, we are, I will say, in the middle of the development of a new secure channel protocol that will be post-quantum crypto ready. The code name will be SCP-12. So we are currently thinking about the migration and how we may or may not support hybrid certificate. So in terms of crypto, we are, I think, quite stable, but our objective is to be more efficient in terms of migration and to be able to cover to support hybrid certificate. So this is the first part. The second part will be to verify that all the services of GlobalPlatform Secure Element that are supported through RSA technology is migrated to PQC. And of course, we will need to have a new version of the CSP to be able to add the specificities of what I was just presenting before, which is a new secure channel and all the security features for PQC. So this is ongoing, and the first document will be ready beginning next year.
Okay, great. Do we have any other question or more question on the chat? But if you want to ask directly, Gilles, please feel free. Okay, so everything was clear. Thanks a lot, Gilles, for the update. And so the presentation is recorded. It will be available on the webinar 2025 page with the slide, the same page where you did the registration. If you want to look to the previous years, I think they are linked to the 2024, 23, or the previous years, but there's also a YouTube channel where you can browse through the different presentation of this year and past years. Most of them are still relevant. And there's still 3 nice webinars coming this year before Christmas. One this week with very original application to the medical and health field, and two other next week. So I encourage you to register and follow the upcoming webinar, either directly or just looking to the replay. And thank you for attending this webinar. And I wish you a good afternoon or good evening to all of you. Thank you, Gilles.
Bye-bye.